right, Lanhee, you've gotten calls from Rubio, Christie, Walker, to name a few. Why are they calling you? What are they saying? And who do you like?
Well, you know, I'll say that I like all those guys. I think the challenge for Republicans, and I think you saw this with Ted Cruz yesterday, right? We know what Ted Cruz is against.
Right, yes, we do.
He doesn't like Obamacare. We know he doesn't like amnesty,
he made
whatever that
clear.
means, right?
Or the IRS.
And so,
yes.
or executive action. But what we need to know more about is what do Republicans stand for? And I think that'll be the big challenge in this election. And that's what Cruz has got to do, and all these other guys have got to do as well to a certain degree.
Why are they calling you, and what would you do for them?
Yeah.
Well, you know, I think they're interested in hearing about some of the things that we probably could have done better in 2012. I think they're interested in hearing about where I and others who think about policy think that the party needs to be successful in this election, and ultimately what it means to have. We talk about an upwardly mobile agenda. We talk about an opportunity agenda. Well, what does that actually mean? What are the pieces of that? And I think that some of the candidates are starting to think through those issues now.
Okay, so a little bit of this is probably a little bit too, just a word or two on each one. Walker, how would you describe him?
Walker's got a very good record, I think, in some ways, for a presidential campaign. The question now is how does he translate what he did in Wisconsin to a national agenda?
Rubio,
great thinker, been spending the last couple of years thinking about policy solutions, has a head start on the field in that respect.
Christie.
Christie, again, translating New Jersey into a national campaign.
Tough.
Well, I think he's going to have some challenges, yeah. And I think the question there is going to be how does he talk about the New Jersey record in a way that people find compelling?
Jeb Bush.
Jeb Bush, he's the wonk's wonk, right? But in some ways, he talks about policy even when no one else wants to hear about it. And so the question is going to be, how does he take that interest and talk about policy in a relatable way?
How does he not be boring? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, relatable. I prefer to say relatable.
Relatable. All right, that's great. Rand Paul.
You know, with Rand Paul, I think that what space is he going to be in, right? He was sort of in the, I know they don't want to say isolationist, but that's basically the space he was in. Yeah, that's really not where the foreign policy electorate of the party is now, I think. And so how does he pivot that message away from where he's been?
And Ted Cruz.
Again, what is he for? What is he for? I think that's the big question there. And we know what he's against, but now we've got to figure out what he's actually
Ben
for.
Carson.
Oh, please.
Okay. Lanhee Chen, thank you very much. Very good.
I have one thing to say before we go to the segment on your theory about men and women.
Yes.
I think what a lot of people don't understand about Hillary Clinton for 30 years, she has taken the criticism personally.
And
wow,
and that's actually something I talk about a lot too. She has. Put it away, press the reset button, move forward. Others will follow. That's what men do. It's unbelievable, but you guys can block out.
Bring the red button with her again. She needs to bring the red button.
The red button.
The red button.
I need a red button too. I need a red button every day. I need one right here for every 5 minutes of sitting with you people. Not you. Really nice to have you on.
I was going to say, don't trash Lanhee.
I like Lanhee.
Only been here, first time he's ever been on the show.
Will you come back?
I'd be happy to.
Okay, are you in New York a lot?
I'm here every couple of weeks. I'm here in a couple of weeks, actually.
Well, why don't you stay for the next segment, can't you?
Sure.
All right,
yeah,
don't leave.
Okay.
All right. Even though